na 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 na. Do you really wanna be like them? Do you really wanna act like them? Do you really wanna sound like them? Why do you try so hard to blend? Oh, do you really wanna look like them? Do you really wanna talk like them? And do you really wanna sing like them? Why do you try so hard to blend? Oh, wonder why they hate you, yeah, yeah. And you wonder why they tolerate you, yeah. Wonder why they have to be you, yeah. Because you try so hard to blend. Trying too hard to blend. They smite you, yeah. No matter how hard you try. Because you never fit in with them, no, no. You are unique in God's eyes. Na 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 na. Alright, y'all, what's up? It's your girl Sabra 723, Brina Lynn, Sabrina, whatever you want to call me. Back at you again. Happy New Year once again. I think it's been a little while since I've done a video. But for those of you who don't know, that was Toney. I love him. I just love him so much. You can find that song. It's called Blend. He has about 3 different mixes of it right now on his MySpace page. But I think that the message in that song is extremely important right now. But let me talk about some of the updates and some of the changes that are going to be happening here on YouTube with me. Yada yada. Alright. So I have decided that from this point forward, when I do a video, up on the title I will have either a T or an S in parentheses to let you all know whether I will be talking or singing. I'm multifaceted and most of the people that enjoy hearing me sing don't enjoy hearing me talk. And the people that enjoy hearing me talk actually listen to both. And I get great feedback on both the talking, the messages, and the singing. So to mostly prevent those who just enjoy hearing me sing from wasting their time, I will put either a T for talking or an S for singing after the title of my video, so that everyone will be happy. I just want to do what is on my heart to do, and sometimes the message comes forth in song and sometimes it doesn't. Sometimes you really just have to talk things out, but I pray that at least I'm reaching one person either way, whether I'm talking or I'm singing. But I will go ahead and let you guys know beforehand what's really taking place, so you don't make an unnecessary click and I bore you. Nothing much has been going on with me. I have been singing here and there. I just did a concert once again with TJD and Testimony, so if you guys didn't get a chance to check out that one video, just type TJD and Testimony in the search box and you'll get to hear all of his songs, many of which he wrote. What else is new? I was shocked to surprise. I was shocked and surprised to find that people who really have the ability to make things happen for people like me, YouTubers and, you know, singers here and there, there are people that actually watch these videos. Of course, we hear about those who are found by TD Jakes. I'm sorry, my brain. Those who are found by Justin Timberlake. And there was one girl, I know they called her Fat Fat. She was found by a so deaf dude. Jermaine Dupri, right. You hear about those, you hear about the bigger things, but, you know, I made that one video laughing and joking about Tyler Perry. It really was a joke. But it has since come to my attention that someone else has seen my videos. And this particular artist likes my sound, quote unquote. I really don't know what's going to happen with that. It came through a mutual friend. So I'm really excited. This person is one of my favorites. You guys are going to have to forgive me. I'm really tongue-tied tonight. But the reason that I sang, once again, vitamin water. Yes, this stuff is great. And it's made with real sugar, because that aspartame, aspartame, however you want to say it, NutraSweet crap is like crack in my system. It makes my heart race and gives me headaches and all that other mumbo jumbo. Stop putting fake stuff in your body. Anyway, the reason that I started off with that song, number one, it was in my head. Number two, I like the message. I'm not necessarily going to be talking about people trying to blend in, even though this does kind of go along with what's been on my mind and my heart. I have been talking a lot about letting things go, letting relationships go, people that aren't good for you, situations that have happened in the past, forgive, not necessarily forget. You don't want to get burned twice, but forgive, go on with your life. You know, I've been framing a lot of my videos around those things because those are the things that I have personally been going through. And right now, I just want to take 2 minutes, if I can, to just talk about friendships. A lot of people have it twisted in their minds as to what a friend is. I can tell you that I have 3 best friends. Most of my true friends are those who I am related to. I have really learned the hard way about letting outside people in. I can always depend on my mom, my grandma, and my favorite aunt. Those 3, I can tell them anything, it will not leak. I can tell them stuff and we can talk about it. If we get mad at each other, okay, we're mad for 15 minutes and then we get back to it. Stuff doesn't get misconstrued. Stuff does not get blown out of proportion. Things stay relative. Now, I do have one friend, I'm serious, one that is like my age, and we talk whenever we can talk. And she keeps me grounded in a lot of ways because she can understand what I'm going through from a 23-year-old perspective. But I have run into some situations, maybe within the past year or so. I don't know if you can relate, but it seems like some people that you have known for a really long time, and I'll say known in quotes, it seemed like you know them, and then all of a sudden things start happening and you realize that you didn't really know them at all. Now, I can't go as far as to say, you know, that person was never your friend. I mean, no, I understand that all relationships have times and swings and seasons, and you know, sometimes people are brought to in your life to teach you a lesson or for you to teach them a lesson, and God has the final say. So if he wants to move them out, he's going to move them out. But there were, you know, a couple of instances where I had noticed that some people that I thought I knew, I really didn't know. There were some things that happened that even though I tried to explain my side, they tried to make me seem as though I was the bad, evil, red devil friend. And my decision to let go was frowned upon. Of course, you know, no one likes to be let go. You know what I'm saying? No one wants to be the breakup-y. Or, you know, the person that's being kind of moved away from, I guess, in nice terms, I'll say. No one wants to be that person, but there comes a time in your life when you have to sit, weigh the pros and cons, pray about them, and if God leads you to let a certain person go, and you really need to let that person go. I have learned the hard way just recently, the hard way of holding on to something that's dying, or holding on to something that you don't have to hold on to. It gets really, really heavy, and sometimes you know, something really bad has to happen, instead of just parting on good terms and understanding each other's position and where they are in their lives. You know, you try to hold on to it, and then things never quite, you know, get back to the way they were. And, you know, now that you have that awkwardness or that tense feeling, then things happen, and then other people get involved, and then the wrong thing is said, which is misunderstood, and then it's repeated, not in the fashion or not in the way that you intended it to be repeated, and then people get upset, and then, you know, boom. Everything just blows up in your face. Letting go is not a bad thing. I wish that people would understand that. It's not like, you know, I mean, unless it's a marriage, you know what I'm saying, or somebody that you're completely, absolutely committed to until death, you know. And of course, friendships, you try to make them last as long as they can. You know, you claim you have your best friend, and you want it to last forever, and a couple months or a couple years go by or whatever, and everything's cool, and you think it's going to last forever, and then all of a sudden you wake up one day and you don't see eye to eye. And when a person shows you who they really are, believe them. Say to yourself, no love lost, because we're called to love. No love lost, but sometimes you got to pack up the lessons learned and you got to move on. You know, hey, if the Bible says that a good true friend is hard to come by, then we ought to know that a good true friend is hard to come by. And certain situations, you know, you put a person in hot water and you see what kind of person they really are. Some people will not understand that they really have a true friend because they're not, quote unquote, blending in, or they're not a part of the crowd when this other person is involved. But they don't take into consideration the fact that they are listened to, the fact that good godly advice is always given. The fact that, you know, you have people praying for you. You may not be popular or whatever, but you really had a good friend. And sometimes, you know, the good friend gets tossed to the side for temporary, popular friendships, which is really whack, but it happens a lot. And so, in order to have good friends, you must be a good friend. And if you feel the need to break up with a friend, make sure that your case is solid. Always try to explain yourself. If they don't get it when you explain it to them, they never got it, and at this point they probably never will. So it's not always easy to let go, but you gotta let go. And don't be afraid to be yourself. And you guys really can't tell that this is going on right now, but my dog has a foot fetish, and he's been biting my toes. Ow! For this entire video, and I have tried to keep myself together. Chase, stop! Ugh, he's like a foot freak.